Let me see here. Take this stuff off. Here it is. Let me drop this. Just get my camera. I'm doing this live, so bear with me. Well, my that's working. Hold on one second. Trying to do this on the fly. Working on the unit. I did this live last year on Instagram. Let me see if you guys can hear me. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me at all. I'm gonna see if I can flip this camera. Anyway, this is what I'm working on. Manitowoc. That's my name and number. Manitowoc unit. I didn't put this in because this is not right. That's not right. But the guys that do all the remotes, they did this one. So anyway, hey, what's happening now? Let me throw this banner up one more time. And I know you do subscribe too now, but I'll hit this one more time. Say thank you to Mr. Frank. All right, I guess I have to do it this way. So what I've done here, I'm using their bin. And let me see here. So basically what I'm gonna do is just drone on, talking to you guys, see if I can find everything. There's the comments, thank you. So this is your time to ask whatever it is that you guys had questions on. This is the exact, and if you're thinking, is this the exact same place? Yes, this is the exact same place. This is the brewery from last time. Hopefully YouTube don't cut my stream because of the music that they're playing. They'll do that kind of thing. So yeah, this is just how quickly the stuff accumulates. I'm gonna put on some more scheduling for all the events that are coming up because we're heading into a new month. I did miss quite a few dates. I apologize for that. The training is constant. The dates are always changing. So always things being added, taken away. So fun fact, the health department was here like 4 days ago. The health department was here and he figured because this machine was so new, there's no way it had accumulated this much mold and stuff. So he looked in. If you just look in, and they normally wipe it. If you just look in, everything looks good. Everything looks somewhat okay. He just opened it up and looked, and he said, "Yeah, everything looks okay." All right, the best way. What is your, what is your history? The best way depends on your history. Do you have any experience? Do you have any? Because my whole method is training people that have a history with residential appliances. So the best way, if you have experience with residential, is to then get the training from the manufacturer. This is Manitowoc. Manitowoc does classes all throughout the year. They have, oh, excuse me, pardon me. They have webinars, um, and then they have pre-recorded videos. So that is the best way. It is all brand specific. Learning how to work on a Manitowoc is not going to help you on a Hostess Active. And learning how to work on a Manitowoc and a Hostess Active is not going to help you when it comes to an Asymbatic. Oh, good. All right, good. We got 1 year residential. Hold on a second. Even though I got reading, clean that. Yeah, no. I'm gonna save that for last. Um, I don't really have time to go ahead and push the different ones. Yeah, I'm gonna do the sensor. I've actually done this machine before. I've actually taken care of this since the inception. I did a startup for this whole kitchen. So I don't know if you guys can see. This is the same place I did the startup on. I take care of my customers from cradle to grave. Most people go, "Oh man, who are you? I never heard of you," and you never will because I'm the only one that comes into these clients the vast majority of the time. Sometimes we part ways, but the vast majority of the time, I'm going to take care of them and the vast majority of equipment from the time they get it until the time they figure, hey, Mike, it's time to replace that. So, we got about 12 people here. So yeah, that's just how I'm doing this. I am starting with the outer visuals. Oh, let me bring this in here. Let me let this soak. Now, mind you, I've cleaned this machine before. I had I didn't see eye to eye with the former manager, and of course, I outlasted them, which I always do. I even outlast different owners. So different places will leave, they'll close down, someone else will buy the place, and then due to the equipment in the location, typically those calls are going to end up going to me. I don't have a single sticker. Now this one, I do have my phone number up there, but I don't have a single sticker in the joint. Matter of fact, let me show you. So here's the Imperial, that's Dukers. So when you call Dukers, you call um, any one of these different brands, you're mainly going to get me. Manitowoc is a slightly different story, but they're changing the way they do a business now that they're um, part of Pentair. Now, what do we have with the questions? What's the best brand? The best brand to train on is the one that you have clients for. If you train on Follett and you never see a Follett, what's the point? Training on Follett ice machines is not going to help you with a Manitowoc cooler. It's just not going to help you. Look at this, I'm scrubbing this, and it still needs a little more. So it needs to soak in my little acid bath. And I do got nickel safe. All right, I don't have that much, so I use my other cleaner on the units outside of the ice making area, and then I thoroughly rinse them, sanitize them again, even though they've been cleaned with acid. I'll then sanitize them, and then I'll put them on the machine. The nickel safe is only needed for the ice plate, the evaporator plates. The nickel safe is only needed here. Use anything harsher on that sucker's gonna Gonna end up coming off, and I need to take that off right now. Let me see if I Igniter Labs. Yeah, Igniter Labs is a good one now. Because Igniter Labs has Manitowoc on it, which Manitowoc online training is free. They have Hoshizaki on there. Now that needs a little something. So you got these O-rings you got to be careful of. They have a little bit of pink developing there. Looks like they're gonna let me keep this stream. So anyway, all right, let me see what we got. You had to take your own final class at the Manitowoc. Oh yeah, yeah. You talk to everybody. Oh wait. Who do you talk to? Wait, Darren, you have to talk to the distributor. So that's why I do the dates, because in my videos I tell you who the distributor is. You have to contact your distributor and you got to pay for it. You got to pay for the class. I think I have some payment for that. Yeah, you have to pay for the class. Let me see what else we got going on here. I don't like, hey, stroke reviews. I don't like doing magnets. I've been in the business 31 years. I'm not a magnet guy. I'm not a sticker guy. Never, never operated that way. My father and I have never done things that way. Like I said, I already take care of them cradle to grave. I'm one of the few service providers for the brands that I take care of. Isomatics, Hoshizaki, Manitowoc. Yeah, there's a lot of people that take care of those. But when it comes to the other brands, I'm the only one anyway. I'm the only one, so it doesn't really matter to me anyway. The biggest advertiser for me is the manufacturer. So people call the manufacturer, and they get me anyway. So what we got here? What's this sign open? Oh! You going to the? Wait a minute. So Darren, I misunderstood that. All right. So you want to go to Wisconsin and take the classes. So you need to. There's a form you need to fill out, and all you got to do is just go. All you got to do is just go to the class. So you go to the Manitowoc website and go to the section where they have training. In that section, you're going to find the online classes. You'll find the webinars, and then what you're going to find is the in-person training class. Now, typically, they're going to take off the summer months because kids are out of school, people are spending time with their families, that whole thing. Yeah. Yep. Thank you, Mel, for the assist. And that reminds me, how are things going with your search, Mel? Sorry about that. I was trying to get rid of it. Something that popped up. I need something harsher. There we go. That is a little more. See, so I spent a little time on this stuff, and then I can let it soak, soften up everything. To think, this is only about maybe 6 months now. Um, I actually need a. So we still got this up here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Still got that up there. You can actually see if I were to take this off. Oh, we're actually missing the cover. Once again, I did not install this. Here's a rubber splash guard that's up there. It's supposed to be up there. In order to take these off, I'll flip this back there and let you guys see me. I'm gonna cross my hands like so. Let's see if you guys can see it. Yeah, cross my hands like this. Now this goes into my little chemical bath. Oh, also the inside. The reason why this one is particularly so bad after only 6 months is because this is a brewery, and right on the other side of my elbow are the vats full of yeast, wort, sugars, alcohol, and what you end up with is you end up with a feeding frenzy of bacteria on these suckers. Now, I got a favorite. Somebody was asking about this sucker. There you go. Now, I typically try to keep this in dry. So you wanna make sure you get all the way in there, due to the fact that I need something to lock on this because I don't want this part to get wet. Once it gets wet, it's just a nightmare. So now you can see how my expensive Kinepex are just corroded all all be damned. Because I deal with nothing but acid all day long. All right, what we got here? Hey, feel free to leave comments. And then also, I need you guys to go to, um, I left a short. Look at my shorts. And I left one about isomatic and isomatic and Starbucks. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. So far we're at 20, whatever, like 25, 26 people that have voted. So I need 50 votes. So you can go to that short, go to my list of shorts, and then put your vote in. Let's see if I'm gonna leave. Oh, good. The pump. Let me take you guys. The pump is just fine. All right, pump is fine. So I'm gonna wipe. I don't know if you can hear this. It still survived. It's still squeaky clean from my last cleaning. So I'm gonna hit this with cleaner with quat. Well, I use a food grade sanitizer. So I'm gonna hit that with quat. Hey, learn to trade. What's going on? Oh, no. Learn to trade. That's the only way you can take that out. That they teach you that at the factory. That's the only way you can take that out. All right, let me see here. I'm going through some of the other stuff. Whatever I missed, feel free to put it back out there until I see it because I am currently working. And learn to trade. Um, I gave you. Here's my thing. Yeah, I gave you my email address. I left it in one of the. I left it in one of your videos. Hey, oh, you're fine. I left it in one of your videos. So hit me up. I'd love to interview you. I'd love to interview you and tell people about your training uh, teaching website. Yeah. This part of the pump that I'm wiping down, it's in the water. Like I said, I cleaned this 6 months ago. And the other manager has since vacated the premises. It's a new guy who shares my reflection, my complexion, should I say. So hopefully this will go a little better than what it was before. Let's see the side of that unit. Yeah, the other guy was a complete jerk, but I always win in the end. Always. Eventually, the health department comes around, and then they end up scrambling. Now there is another. You guys can't see this. There's a little lip that most people miss. It's a lip that most people miss. Let me see if I can pull this out for you guys. It might be loose. I think I pulled it out prior. Oh no, I didn't. Let's see what I can do for you guys. Let me show you. So these are plastic screws. So there's one here. Oh, I guess this one may have the one. So you have this one, and this whole plastic piece comes down, and behind it is about that. Sorry about that, Brian. Something else. Yeah, behind that thing is actual mold. Behind this, most people skip this part. See how my hand can go completely behind there? Yeah, it's mold back there. Due to the fact that this is a brewery, I do the best I can to take everything apart. Yeah, it's just my name. It's just Mike P. Reed at hotmail.com. So hit me up and let me do an interview with you. Tell the people about your website. I've gone to your site. I checked it out. I gotta devise a better way. Is actually a socket that would fit that. And you would think that I would have a kit together for all the Manitowocs, but I still haven't. Just to put on here to get this sucker down and out. I'm being a little gentle because I don't really want to have to scoop out all this ice. Oh, even though they're extremely slow today. So most people don't even know that that comes out. So this one just has the one hand. They see you can see how I dug into it in previous encounters. So we soak this. Ah, now that water's hot. So this whole time we've been talking, I've been soaking the pieces. And I typically start with the dirtiest piece first. This whole time this has been soaking. See all that pink. But anyway, this isn't about the cleaning. This is a Mike is going to talk to you while he's working type deal. I haven't been able to I've been able to really get you guys many videos. Did give you a 3 hour plus video. I apologize for that, by the way. Uh, slowly coming along. But yeah, I do want to really get back to giving you guys the dates on the training. So yeah, if you want to, Hoshizaki has training in Atlanta, Georgia. Manitowoc has training in Manitowoc. Woohoo! Oh, that sucker fell in my hand. Uh, just caught it. Manitowoc has training in Wisconsin. Even though the new owner, I don't think the new owner is in Wisconsin. I don't think they're gonna move it. It's almost time for me to change tires. 6 months. 6 months. And you see this? This is permanently staying now. See how it's embedded itself in there. There is no amount of cleaning that is going to remove this. Even though this is like some kind of anti-mold type material, nah, there's nothing that's there's nothing that's gonna get that out of there. So eventually I will change this when it looks absolutely disgusting, when it looks too bad. All right, let's see what we got here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we do need more interaction. what's happening is what's happening is YouTube does not put out much of my information, much of my content due to lack of participation. So no matter what your questions are, ask the questions. Without your interactions, there will be no channel. I am still I'm still about 400 subscribers away from my 1,000. So I'm 400 subscribers away from my monetization by way of ad revenue. So as it is, I can get my super chats, I can get membership, but that is about it. All right, so now this is softened up. So yeah, you probably have, as far as Manitowoc goes, you probably got about a good 4 more classes for the year that they're going to give you from the factory. Now the factory class, oh, I'm using my own, I'm using my own line. What you should use is nickel safe, right? You do not want to get any other cleaner onto the evaporator plate because it will strip the nickel off of the evaporator. And then you'll end up having to buy the customer a new ice machine or putting in a new $1,100 evaporator. And that's before refrigerant and before your all your solder and all your everything else you need, right? So that is the most important thing. What was my biggest job? My biggest job. Interesting. I never thought about that. My biggest job. Um, Let me give you a couple. My biggest job in laundry was a laundromat. I didn't do the whole thing. I did a half. I did a half of a laundromat. Updated a laundromat. The rest were just ones and twos. Um, biggest biggest dishwasher I did was at the Toyota Center for the Houston Rockets. The mm, Let me see here. And the biggest griddle was also I also put in 11 griddles for the Houston Rockets. One of the griddles we had to lift over the concession stand. It took about 6 or 7 guys to lift this thing up. It turns out it was about 1,000 pounds. Well, probably more than that. It took a bunch of us to lift it over, and I used steel toe shoes, and they set it down on my foot. Luckily, I wear steel toes, but yeah, that was one of the biggest. Like I said, I do event venues and stuff like that. Airport. You guys probably seen some of that stuff when I go to the airports. Um, Things like that. So it all depends on which category would be for a big job for that particular style. But yeah, if you're gonna do cleaning, use the factory recommended cleaner because it is a special process they use to bond well, for the lack of a better term, it's a paint job. It's a coating that they put onto the evaporator plate. And if you use the wrong cleaner, it will strip that sucker off. I've gone out to nightclubs and they've had the guy that cleans up the parking lot. They have him clean the ice machine, and oh, sorry, let me move this. And then he'll use straight bleach. And this dude just took off the cleaner. They tried to get it done under warranty. I was like, nope. It was It's supposed to be a golden color. The evaporator, it was gray. It was gunmetal gray. I never seen anything like it. That dude just and that was just bleach, and he stripped that sucker with bleach. So, all right. So you're out here getting slaughtered. Uh-oh. You handed out almost 50 business cards. Okay. Yeah, I need to talk about that because the business cards ain't really hitting on nothing. You've handed out almost 50 business cards too. Seems like you have to hand out 100 before you get steady business. You're gonna have to hand out 1,000, not 100. You're gonna have to hand out 1,000. You have to earn people's trust. This is not a business where they're gonna just let you come over there without knowing who you are, no references. This is why I tell everyone that goes to a training class, everyone that goes to the actual training schools, take pictures. Take pictures from your training. Take pictures from the facility. Take pictures. Put that as part of your marketing. This builds trust. If you've never been to a training class, you can forget about getting business. People aren't going to trust you. They have to trust you. And then, all right, Maurice, what? No, you need insurance. You need insurance to work in an airport. So that is the only thing you need is insurance. So, all right, let me see here. Now, Maurice, yeah, and business cards aren't as you're finding out, business cards aren't really doing the trick. What I do is, and I've shown people that are in my on my membership. So I actually put together a nice little portfolio for each one of my customers, potential customers. So you'll notice if you look at any of my content, you'll notice that a full I do full recon on every potential customer. And that's what I do for you. I show you what this customer has, what type of equipment, why they have it, where to get the training for it, because that's what's most important. If you're coming to a customer and you're telling them, "Oh, I work on True Refrigeration," and all they got in there is Norlake, that ain't gonna help you. They're like, "What the hell is True?" I don't know what. Okay, that sounds great and all, but they know fries, they know burgers, they know sushi. They don't know the different brands. So you have to show them what they have and then show them that you're trained on it. And that's your best way when you're trying to get in, trying to get your foothold in there. I don't give a damn if it's just a little certificate from online webinar. Get it, grab it, build your whole marketing around it. That is how it goes. Get the customer that has the equipment that you're trained on, and then build out from there. Once they have trust in you, then they'll let you work on the other equipment in that location. All right, let me see here. I don't see anything else. So we got 80 days until spring break. Once that happens, well, is it spring break or Christmas summer break? Summer break, right? And then once that happens, the training really dies down until the fall. All right, let me see here. Oh, flip you guys upside down. Bear with me. Oh no, I don't have to flip you upside down. All right, so I gotta get all of that out. Sorry about that. I had water drop on it. So you gotta get all of that. This is the pump. So I gotta get all of that mold. I gotta get all of this mold out. Sorry about that. I got a little water falling on over there. So yeah, the most important thing is when you go and you see people, you have to spend time. My number one thing is you need to buy something. If you don't buy something, you're officially a solicitor. You need to buy something, whether it's a drink, order fries. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can buy the cheapest thing on the menu. You keep that receipt. On that receipt, it's going to have a person's name, the employees from that location, the manager. Then when somebody does call you, you reference those people. You say, hey, yeah, I was at your store Tuesday and I ordered a drink from Maria. It was really good, by the way. And then you go ahead and proceed to tell them what you are going to do for them as far as preventative maintenance, because that's what you want to do. You don't really want to focus on broken because they might not have something that's broken right then and there, but everything will break. Everything is man-made. Everything man-made is going to break down. Everything man-made needs maintenance. You get a artificial heart, it needs maintenance. You get a new knee, it needs maintenance. You get a new hip replacement, it's gonna need maintenance. Pacemaker, all that stuff. Everything. Like I said, I am currently working, so I can't really address all this stuff. If I didn't address you earlier, I'm not snobbing you. It's just I'm working and moving. So yeah, I do work in airports. I do not like working in airports. I detest working in airports. I hate working in airports. Oh man, I gotta get to the top. Behind you. Behind you. I detest working in airports because you have to go through airports. You have to park at the freaking airport. They always lie to you. And they always tell you, oh no, you can park right here. No, it's fine. I don't trust them. I'd rather pay for parking than charge them for the parking. It's not easy. Then you have to have an escort at all times, unless you become a vendor. Now you can become a vendor for the airport. That's a whole nother thing. I'd rather just go in as a guest. So when you go in, one of the employees has to be with you. Someone from that this place has to be with you at all times. That's like when I go in for Starbucks. Someone from the construction team has to be with me at all times. Now, I just dunked the sensor. This is actually sonar. It listens for the crackling of the ice, and based on the frequency of cracks, it will send the units into a harvest. What I found, the factory is not willing to admit it. What I found is that, you hear that? It's hollow in there, and it develops small cracks along the edges. Let me show you. It develops small cracks. And what happens, water gets into those cracks, the acoustics is off, and then it doesn't harvest properly, which is most often a pain in the arse. Very, very pain in the arse. So do not soak it because you're begging for trouble. You might even end up having to change it. The way I found out is I actually took a couple old ones and I put them on a machine and it harvested fine. Because it's like, the machine will work just fine before you clean it, and then you have thin ice after you clean it. You're like, what the hell? And you adjust it, adjust it, adjust it. Sometimes you can actually get it to work, and then you have to go back because the ice won't come off the plate, because once the water leaves leaves the sensor, now it's listening properly, and you end up with super thick ice because you moved that sucker all the way out. So, just a friendly tip. Uh, So luckily, this stuff is coming out because I was just here. I don't know. Does anybody on this chat remember that? Oh, we got some comments. Does anybody on this chat remember me being here? I think I went live on Instagram. I do understand that my Instagram crowd is not exactly the same as my YouTube crowd. Okay. So, what does Maurice say? All right. Also seems like it's tough becoming an authorized servicer. Yes, it is. Seems like they don't want to do business with. They don't. Okay, this is something. You're authorized with a few companies, but they haven't sent you anywhere. They're not going to send you anywhere. Okay, this is my method. This is the whole reason why my videos are set up the way they are. What I've done. It's like dating. You have to. Nobody wants you unless they see you with somebody else. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go and you're going to have to sign up with all these little no-name guys and girls that I'm telling you about, and then you can go to the other companies and say, "Hey, look, I'm authorized with all these different companies, and I do work on, for all your competitors. I just don't do it for you." And when people ask me, "What's the, how come I'm not authorized?" You know, I have nothing. I have nothing to tell them, and then they eventually will add you. They eventually will add you. Now, when it comes to what you have to realize, when it comes to Manitowoc and all this, they're only selecting one or two distributors, and then they're just not one or two, one or two servicers, and the servicers that they are picking are people that actually are carrying their product. So in my market, they have two Manitowoc servicers, and the one that they have is actually a distributor. So Manitowoc uses Baker. They use Baker and URI nationwide now. But this guy's an independent guy like you and me, and he actually sells Manitowoc. So he bought enough Manitowoc to buy his way into being a listed service provider. Not a listed distributor, but a listed service provider. And all of us can sell. We could sell Manitowoc, we could sell True, we could sell Hoshizaki. This is not like residential. You can sell all of these different brands. The only one you can't really sell is like Hobart and what's that oven that I hate? The steam oven, Rationale. So you can't sell Rationale, but you can sell like Alto-Shaam and stuff like that. Uh, no, your market is not saturated. I guarantee your market is saturated, not saturated, because even New York is hurting like crazy. You could, if you wanted to go, if you, I don't give a damn where you live, whatever market you're in. If you went to any service company and asked them for a job, they would hire you because that's how they got this set up. I was trying to have this conversation with a supporter, and I'm trying to get them to realize that they don't want you as an individual to go into this business. Why do you think I'm the only one doing this? What they want, especially when it comes to training, that's going to be Mr. What's that, Jamoni? All right, just let me finish this train of thought real quick. Um, think of it this way: there's 50,000 technicians short. Now, it's more than that. Everybody's quoting their numbers right about now. I don't know why. So if they train 50 technicians, if the factory trains only 50 technicians, because they don't like to do training, they expect those 50 technicians to each train. Well, no, I'm sorry. They train 1,000 technicians. Then those 1,000 technicians nationwide only have to train 50 techs each. See, each one teach one. So that is their whole game plan. And that's how it's always been. It's always been OJT. I was actually looking at a guy's video today, and he did his video and he had a trainee with him. And that's what they want. They don't want to train the individual. They don't care. They don't care how short the industry is. All of these people are on the way out. They're all either in retirement, came back from retirement. They don't care. They do not care. Corporate America took hold. No one cares. So you're the only one that cares. They do not. All right, let me see here. And I'm going to get back to your question. Hey, oh yeah, salute, Quiet Storm. What's happening, brother? Okay, how do you quote your ice machine? And well, there is no normal. Like I said, I've done this. I'm at a brewery. I'm at a brewery. This is the worst type of situation you could possibly be in, where the stills and the vats are over there, and the ice machine is right here. That's insane. And then they got the damn door open, and I told them keep the door closed, but no, the door's open. The kitchen is hot. It's cold over there, so all the air from the brewery is rushing in here and depositing right in there in the ice machine. So this I have to quote them to clean this every quarter, just so they don't go from an A rating down to a B, just because of their ice machine. So I always tell people start out. I'm gonna put a piece of plastic on here. I always tell people to start out with ice. Why do you start out with ice? Is because this is the one with the most need. This is the one that's always a constant service. Bag plastic. Yes. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Ice machine is always constant need. They cannot get away from you. There's no way around this. And then on the commercial, unlike residential, on commercial, you have the health authority, the health inspectors that are out actually actively looking for this. This is their job. And this person missed it only because this building is only 1 year old. This building is only a year old. Sorry about that. My battery died. No, it didn't freeze. My battery died. I actually use this now to charge up my stuff. This place closes in 30 minutes, and I completely forgot that my phone was dead. Sorry about that. Oh, hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate that. Hopefully, YouTube gives it to me. I haven't gotten anything from YouTube yet. Hey, that is my first super chat. Thank you very much. Hopefully, you're still there. Thank you very much. All right, now we're back. Sorry about that. Put a one in the chat if you can see me and you can hear me. Sorry, my damn battery died. I I absolutely slaughter phones. I thank you. Oh, good. I appreciate that. Yeah, I absolutely slaughter phones. So because I use them all the time, they tend to overheat. Now, I have a really rough situation here. Now I'm using sanitizer at this section. I do not recommend you do this, but I got a tight spot. I got mold behind this holder, so I am ever so lightly going to lift up this mold. It kind of embedded itself, and I'm going to show you in just 1 second. And I don't know if you heard me, Quiet Storm. Thank you very much for that super chat. Now, you want to know how you're going to, before I let my power run out, you want to know how you should try and bid your ice machine clean. First of all, never bid your ice machine cleaning. Hey, contractor, what's happening, brother? Yeah, never bid your ice machine cleaning sight unseen. Never, never do that. You're always going to take a look at it first to see what condition it's in. Always make sure it's working. You'll end up going to a place and that freaking ice machine is not working. Then they say, oh, it was working before you cleaned it. You always, especially first time, you always want to make sure the ice machine drops a load of ice. So you have to check that out first. And based on how much cleaning you got to do, I mean, I tell you, you could always charge them according to your time because you guys are just starting out. So your rate is nowhere near what some of us that have been in the trade for a long time have been doing. So you can always charge them for the amount of time it takes you. I guarantee you, no matter what you charge, you're going to be substantially lower than anybody else. Let me just start out with this and learn and trade. Learn and trade will go ahead and back me up on this. You starting out, you don't have a warehouse, you don't have a secretary, you don't have a parts clerk, you don't have for a system with 401k set up. You don't have. Do you have 4 or 5 vehicles set up out there in the field? I think not. Do you have a scholarship fund set up for your employees and your children? No. All these things that I mentioned, the other companies do. You're competing against millionaires that have a large infrastructure to keep up. They have, if they easily have $1 million worth of parts inventory. And so you think your charge is going to mean anything? You think your charge is a lot? It's not. It doesn't pay. If you look at your numbers, it won't even cover one of their technicians in the least. In the least bit, it wouldn't even come close to what they're. Think about this. Could you afford to hire a technician? What would it cost to hire? Excuse me. What would it cost you to hire a technician? And then you have your numbers. What you gonna need? Because I guarantee you, you don't have nearly enough tools. You don't have any supply of parts. You don't have any marketing budget. You got a $85,000 Sprinter or even a Mercedes van. Do you want one? Well, you got to add up all your numbers and break it down into a per day budget, and then you know what you need to bring in every day. You want an assistant to answer the phone. Matter of fact, I'm in talks right now with some place called Hound, and they're doing AI. They're doing an AI voice system, just like if you call the bank and all that kind of stuff. Um, I'm getting it. It's supposed to be $100 a month. They're giving me a free trial, so I'm gonna go through this and let you guys know what my experience is, because I really do. It's a gift and a curse. Because I'm small, people like the fact that they can call and talk to the owner. Once you throw the AI in there, now that's a whole nother problem. Once you throw the AI in there, now it's not the same. You're not able to offer that same personal touch. That's just wiping around. Hey, look at this. And you want to know how much you should charge. Charge by the, especially if you're new, charge by your time. 15-minute increments. All right, let me see what we got. Oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, Maytag commercial? No, Maytag commercial does business with nobody. No one. Yeah, you can forget about that. You're aiming too high, my friend. Uh, no, that's not high to the manufacturers. Always, always have the manufacturers tell you what they pay in your market. Always have them tell you first, because your numbers are, you can't survive at your numbers. You haven't done the work. You haven't done, like I said earlier, you haven't added up all your costs of doing business. If you added up all your costs of doing business, you'll know that that number is not high. You'll know that I explained this to someone the other day. When people hear a number low like that, they're extremely suspicious. Oh man, they think that you're like some kind of a fly by night operation, because how in the world can you survive with that? How are you going to pay for your own freaking insurance? You can't even pay for your business insurance with that. How are you paying for your vehicle? They're like, what is this guy going to be? Is this guy going to be reliable? Can he even afford to take on our line of our business? So yeah, those numbers are extremely low. You would just you must add up your costs for your phone, cost for your computer, the cost of the internet at home, the cost for your vehicle. Then you have to add on not only the cost of your vehicle, but you have to add on the cost of windshields. You're gonna replace a windshield at least once a year. Tires, you're gonna at least replace tires twice a year. Brakes, you're gonna go through brakes like every other year. That type of thing. Tires are, oil change. Yeah, you're gonna have to change oil every other month. It's not every 3 months. You're gonna change oil every other month. All of that needs to be factored in. All of your insurance costs. If you do things the way you think you should do them, you will be working off of credit cards. You'll be working off of borrowing, looking for loans, that type of thing, and you will not be financially viable. You have to be able to. You have to be able to stand on your own. You have to be able to. You have to be able to live. You have to be able to live. Now, what? Let me hold on. Let me get you guys to something real quick. And learn to trade will back me up on this. Let me throw this up there. Learn to trade if you still here, because I know you were just up there a second ago. If you still here, These guys don't understand that there is a travel charge. You guys aren't charging travel charge. What the large companies do is they're charging, like Learner Trades Company. What they do is from the moment he leaves, from the moment he leaves one location to the moment he arrives at the location he's going to, he's billing them. He's billing them. They're billing them. So that's different from the labor charge. That's a whole different set of fees. And then, oh, man, and then the line of business that Learn to Trade is in, whoo, yeah, they have these emergency. I don't look, man. I don't have because I've never worked for those companies before. I've always been, it's always been a family business. But Learn to Trade works for these companies that they have these other tiers where they're charging extra for weekends, they're charging extra for evenings. Then they have these emergency expedited things. I can't even begin to get into that. That's something he could talk to you guys about that. I don't know about that. My job is not to give you this business. My job is to teach you how to work on the equipment. That's why I don't tell you, oh, you're gonna make X amount of dollars because if you don't know how to work on this equipment, you're not gonna make anything. You're gonna be at a loss. If you think you're just going to um, muscle your way through, you just oh yeah, I'll figure it out. You're a damn fool. You're a damn fool, and you will fail. But if you learn this stuff from the people who make it, you have a better chance of succeeding. Now, it doesn't matter about your education, doesn't matter your level of intelligence. There's a freaking computer board on this on the front, right? And then there's another. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. So there are computer boards in most of this. If you go, just like the gentleman earlier said that Maytag, yeah, you can't work in Maytag. On the laundry side, um, on the laundry side, they really have it locked up. You, they're making the equipment, they're selling the equipment, they're making it, selling it, and they don't want anybody else to really touch it. That's why I tell you guys to deal with Onair, not Onair, not just Onair, but deal with all my people in New York. That's why I tell you guys to deal with Electrolux because Electrolux is the only one that does not have their own service people. Speed Queen has their own service people. All right, so Speed Queen has their own people. Maytag is a pain in the you know what. So there's some people that follow me. I've had to help them out. That's why I did a specific video on how to get information on Maytag commercial dryers because Maytag doesn't make their own dryers. Let me dump this out. Yeah, Maytag doesn't make their own dryers. They're made by American Dryer Corporation. Because Maytag is owned by Whirlpool. American Dryer Corporation is owned by Whirlpool. Yes, Whirlpool owns Whirlpool. Ah. Whirlpool sold off Speed Clean many, many years ago. Before they even sold off the residential. Um, so you can, this is the type of, if you're going to get into commercial, this is not the type of business where you're going to be expected to get business handed to you. That's why I spend a lot of time telling you who owns these different facilities, where these facilities are, how to find out about the health department, all that fun stuff. And the reason why I do that is because you have to go to these people, educated. You need to know what they do, what their business is, what kind of equipment they have, and you got to tell them that that's what you service, and then show them. At least have a little competency with it. Be able to talk with them about the equipment, what kind of problems. Usually, I can go in there, judging by their setup. I could tell them what kind of problems they've been having, what kind of work they've been having, especially if I could, just looking at the equipment, I can tell what people have done. If I see different screws been moved or different marks, and that tells me exactly what work they've had done. All right. Let me wipe this sucker down and then let you guys take a look. All right, so what do we have here? Stroker. Okay, what's the worst brand? All right, you're missing the whole thing, bro. You're missing the whole thing. The worst brand is the brand that you don't get any work for. That is the worst brand. The best brand is the brand that you get all the work for. This is not residential. You gotta let all that thinking go. It's not gonna help you. All right. We have a travel charge of $100 just to come out to a site. Yeah, and then tell them about that's during normal hours. What about the emergency? What about the Saturday? All that other stuff. You got to tell them about that one too, because they don't know. They don't know. That's why I tell them all the time, hey man, you guys got to ask me questions because I've never been in your shoes, so I don't know what you do not know. You're a good child. I do not know what you do not know. I've been doing this since I was 15, working on appliances. That's why I show you guys some of that stuff. We found my father and I weren't big on pictures, but I did find some from our laundromat and then some from my grandmother when she was working in the store when I was in college. But other than that, me and the old man, we were busy working. We weren't taking pictures. My auntie, I had an auntie that was big on photography. She took some of those photos back then in the 90s. I actually lost some, but yeah. So I don't know what you guys are going through. I've never been there. Don't know anything about it. All I can do is tell you about the business, what customers are out there, what they're expecting. Yeah, what's needed. I'm gonna do because you guys gave me your zip codes. You can continue to give me your zip codes, and then I'm gonna do some of those videos too. All right. Okay, good. I'm a little bit in the green. I'm gonna unplug this. And Stroker, when you're talking about commercial brands, there are thousands of brands. Learn to trade. I mean, on his side of the business, there easily. I mean, you're because every brand, every style of equipment, there's a brand just for that. Oh yeah, sure, go ahead. There's a style of equipment just for that. So you're talking about on the commercial side, there are thousands. Oh, no problem. You're talking about thousands of brands. So for everything that you could think of, there's a manufacturer for it. You got to realize that. Just like he shows the hot dog um, rollers, you have about eight different, well, probably more than that. You got about eight different brands of hot dog roller companies, right? And even in that, best of breed is just the fact that they charge more. They charge more. Metal might be a little better. They're all pretty much using like the same elements and stuff like that because you have the originator on a lot of this equipment, and then you have the copycats. And most of the time, the copycats are former employees, and then you have the foreigners that have copied that that style of equipment. Okay, so yeah, that's what I want to see. We start to screw this sucker back together. What, excuse me. Once again, I have in this sonar. Well, it's not a sonar, but in the ice thickness probe, that mold is just embedded in that rubber, in that plastic. I can't get that out, not even with bleach. It just once it becomes just too unsightly, it must be replaced. So keep the questions coming. Keep the questions coming. So yeah, you guys are missing out on a whole bunch of other stuff because you're only hearing about the one number, but these guys are tacking on a whole bunch of other stuff. There's a whole bunch of other charges besides the labor rate. My competitors, when they write up an invoice, they charge for the paper. They, no joke, they actually charge for the paper clip that's used. Every single job they do, if they use a single wire nut, they actually charge for the wire nut. I myself can't bring myself to do. I can't. I can't. I just can't do that. But these large companies, that's what they do. They charge for if the guy uses a wire nut, if the guy uses electrical tape, they're going to charge them for the amount of electrical tape that was used. Ask anybody. That's the thing. You guys need to start getting out here and talking to people. The manufacturers don't want you. The only way that you're going to get in, like I said, you got to start dealing with these little guys. That's why I got video on Dukers. That's why I got video on all these little small brands. So you're gonna want to get in with them. You will matter to those brands. Those brands will give you a little bit of work. Oh yeah, those brands are gonna give you a little bit of work. The Dukers, the Blue Air, and if I say I'm long enough, I say because here they have Bluekers and they have Blue Air and the Dukers and all that other stuff. So all right, so it is. Ooh, 10 o'clock. No, it's not. All right, I gotta change that time. Time since it's 10. Just finished in time. It's closing time. It's closing time. So yeah, you must make yourself valuable in the market. The way you make yourself valuable in the market is sign up with these little guys. I'm giving you guys all the information. It's in 200 some plus videos. Once you get signed up with them and you start working with those guys, you eventually are going to work your way up the ladder because once you're in the location, whether it's a retirement home, whether it's a restaurant, grocery store, daycare, once you get in a gas station, once you get in, oh yeah, there we go. Then you're going to be exposed to the other brands that that location owns, and that's how you'll be able to work because you don't want to do anything for the manufacturer anyway. You're going to end up on the losing end of the stick performing warranty work. Your goal is to be cash positive. Your goal is to do COD. The the warranty is only a means to acquire a customer and to keep a customer. And what I mean by that is just like this place. I got this because I'm the Manitowoc guy. I got this because I'm the Blue Air guy. I still am not eye to eye with Imperial. I can kind of twist their arm because I deal with one of the largest dealers in my market, one of the top in the country. So I'm able to, when this customer needs something, I come on out and I take care of it. So here, if this person, they use me exclusively because if they had a problem, this is still under warranty. They've been open a year now. If they had a problem, I just take care of it under warranty. I'm already doing the quarterly cleaning. I'm already doing all this kind of stuff. I already fixed the fryer. Well, it wasn't in need of fixing. It was just that it had crumbs that prevented the unit from filtering. Now these are thumb tight screws. You really shouldn't use tools on them. I don't know if you guys can see me. But yeah, warranty is just a tool. Warranty is just a tool. It's a way, instead of you handing out business cards, instead of you handing out business cards, you're letting the manufacturer speak for you. And the manufacturer is vouching for you, telling these clients that you are a reputable company. There are a lot of fly by night locations on the commercial side. just like they have on the residential. Okay. Hold on a second. Is that for me? Is that for me? Oh, your drain is blocked. You usually don't use it. Don't worry about it. It's gonna go down. Yeah, it's fine. It'll go down. I'll just yeah. It didn't. Oh shoot, my bad. Sorry about that. When I held it down, I took the camera off. So yeah, that drain is blocked. So that's another thing. So there's all kind of stuff as far as the drainage. So you don't have to put Drano down there. You can use so now it's draining because they use a strainer to catch all the shrimp tails, and so that blocked it up. About the blender repair market, I mean, it's not a big thing for me. The blenders, so that is just it's it's not a standalone thing. None of this stuff is standalone for me. It is all part of the whole. So you can use the blender as value because your whole thing is you're trying to offer value to your potential client. But as far as working on it, I mean, it's just another component. Yeah, it's just another part of it. So I myself don't do a ton of blenders. Actually, some of the owners they do the blenders, especially like Smoothie King and that kind of thing. They'll do the blenders, but you're going to have different locations. Like I have some Smoothie King owners here. There are a lot of females that own Smoothie Kings. I want the knife, please. So you got a lot of owners that are not technically oh, hands-on or tech savvy. And those you might have, but it's not something I wouldn't depend on that. Like I said, oh yeah, that's done now. He moved it already. He moved it. No more agua. No more agua. It's good. Bueno. Oh yeah. So all that is done, 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 done. So yeah, blender is just going to be a small portion of your business, as in like 0.5% of your business. Only way you that blender would be something larger than that would be if you went all out with it and everybody you went to you advertise that you did blenders, but it's not going to be a large draw. It will never be a large draw. It's just an add-on. It's an add-on business. It's not going to feed your family. It's not going to pay your bills. But what it will do is offer value. Yeah, I, 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 I want the knife, please. Eddie Murphy, the Golden Child. Whew, I need a bag. Oh yeah, I need to use this bag. Oh damn, I forgot the wall. I forgot the door. I got enough juice. I'm gonna plug this thing. So now I gotta get this. I gotta get this last little bit. Now, this is a little more important than the blender. And let me tell you why. The blender, you hold in your hand. The blender, they can go to Restaurant Depot. They can go to any number of facilities and get another commercial blender. $1,000, $1,500 to a commercial location is nothing. They would pay $1,000, $1,500 to get this machine cleaned, especially if the health department is on their arse. So no, that you're not rocking the world with that one. So it's okay to have it, It's great if you offer it. I don't even know if Learn to Trade does anything with blenders. I've never seen him do anything because I've never seen a blender in a convenience store. You know, that's just this is not something you would let a customer near. Let me see what I got here. Not something you would let a customer near. So you can always buy those parts at you can buy those parts at for a blender. You can get them from oh, why do I keep wanting to say Whole Foods? No, you can get them at Parks Town, and I believe you can get them now from All Points. You can get them from those places. So here is my. That's the thing I love about it. Here's my name and number and lights. See, they don't have any time for me to go ahead and do the bin or anything like that. But what I did do, cover the ice, scooped it all up. Dang, a lot of people are online right now. And I am going to. Hey, my friend, you got a water hose? Water hose? You got a long water hose over here? That's all right. I'll take a bucket. I mean, not a bucket. I mean, a pan. I'll just use a pan. Oh. What's that? No, no, it's got mold in it. It had mold in it. So I gotta unscrew all the parts and then remove the mold. So it's in all the crevices and stuff like that, and it just spreads all over the place. Cannot have slime in the ice machine, no sir. Ah, oh yeah, they do. I just had a customer. I had a yeah, Marvin Zimler, slime and ice. I had a customer today. I was doing ice machine cleaning, and the guy came up to me. He said, "Thank you for doing this." He said, "I never really cared about it until I went." He was in the Heights. He ordered a glass. It came with a roach in the ice cube. He asked him for. He asked him to take it away. They said, "You want another one?" He said, "It's gonna come off the same ice machine." They said, "Yeah." He said, "What's the point in that? It's full of roaches." Yep. Yeah. And that's the Heights. You know how nice and expensive the Heights is. They're not going to do anything until the health department comes in and shut them down. Oh yeah, I got another little section to wash off. All right, I got another little section to wash off. I forgot about that. See, so I don't have any bits or anything, so I got to clean this. I forgot about that. I got to clean that real quick. So I got to clean this. This helps to break up the ice as it falls, but you're going to make way more cleaning an ice machine than you ever would working on a blender. Because like I said, the blender is like 1,500, 2 grand. That's 6 grand. And this is a remote. You see those lines up going to the ceiling? That's a remote. So it's actually worth more than that. Plus, like you were saying, there's about $1,000 worth of refrigerant in that line. Plus, you got another unit on the roof that's worth about 5 grand. So no, they're not going to replace this, and they're not going to pick this up and go to the restaurant supply and go get another one. All right. Yeah, I know I see a lot of people watch Angry Man and stuff like that. As soon as Angry Man announcement came out, a whole bunch of people left. So that guy, he's trying to hustle. He wants to know about cleaning the ice machine. No, my friend. The first thing he's gonna do is he's gonna wipe it down. That's all on the ice. Oh, that's what breaks up the ice as it falls down. Ooh, yep, there's mold over there too. So I'm cleaning each individual fin. But yeah, they're not going to replace this, and they can't just go to a restaurant supply house and just replace it. They can't go on Amazon and just order another one. So they they have to address this issue. They can't just get rid of it. So now with this situation, I got a unique situation with this brewery. Best thing I can do is wipe it down with bleach. That is going to that is going to retard the mold growth. That helps keep the yeast. There's a special ozone. I don't know where the hell they're keeping this. There's a special ozone light that should go in here, but the dealer didn't want to sell it because they didn't want to up. Oh, hand pump. What, like this? What, like that? Yeah. I just chose not to do it today. I decided to put a hand pump on it. No, the reason why I didn't do a hand pump or anything because I'm dealing with a fresh ice in there, and then plus, like I said, I bought 3,000 pounds of chemicals. I don't use it sparingly. I use it. I'll take a bath in it. I don't care. Let's see if I got this. Oh, and put the rest of this acid down the drain for them. Help clean their drain out. And they can keep this sucker. So let me give you a little quick tour if you guys don't remember this location. All right, I got a warranty job on this one right here. So that's Dukas, like I told you. It's Imperial. This is, I think these are Dukers as well. So I did the startup on all of these. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. What is this? Dukers, right? No, this is Blue Air. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is Blue Air. See? So all my favorites. Sorry, my friend. Thank you for letting me see it. But this is all my favorites. How this dealer is able to do this is that they have me. So we work hand in hand. They're able to sell whatever they want to. They don't have to worry about, oh, is somebody going to come service it? Yeah, the minute there's a problem, they come right to me. And then there's another couple of units on the other side. Dump, dump it. Yeah. All right. I'm actually going to take this bag with me. Not like they can do anything with it. I'm going to keep my stuff here. So, my whole goal is to tell you guys about the business. I know you all have your own plans, your own thoughts on how this thing works. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It doesn't really work the way you guys think the business works. It doesn't work that way at all. All right, let me roll this stuff out there. Who the hell is this in techno music? Oh, oh, that doesn't feel good at all. Damn, that's greasy. Oh, damn, that's greasy. All right. Yeah, I have a number of hand pumps. No, they're not gonna throw away the ice. I covered the ice. So this ice is continually melting. So all tonight this ice is gonna drop and then is build a new one. I just cleaned it 6 months ago. Plus it's constantly getting airflow from the mold and everything from right over here. Right over there. So if you know anything about yeast and mold and all that other kind of stuff, it is just gonna populate tomorrow. But eventually I'm oh yeah, and I'm gonna wipe that down some more. Eventually I am going to break down the whole bin and clean the whole bin at the bottom, but I want to get the ice making section. That's what's most important. the ice making section. This whole thing, as a matter of fact, I can show you. Let me show you. Let me show you a little something. Hey, somebody sent me a message on Instagram. Yeah, because like a lot of my people on Instagram don't come on over to YouTube. Let me show you guys. Since you guys, since it seems that you all don't know, but not only do I have, so we're almost, yeah, so all that's been cleaned out. So you can go in here, the I section. Man, that's not coming up too good. So here, it tells you how much time. I hope they're showing the right way and not flipped around. But it shows you how much time they got left on warranty. So you can see here that they have 698 days left on their warranty. So this was made in 2021. I don't wear gloves because, well, I didn't touch any of the ice, and I'm sanitizing, so my fingers are freaking wrinkled. So I'm not touching any of the ice. Everything that I've already touched, I've already used it with sanitizer. I've already rinsed everything. You can't see what it is, but this is hospital grade. This is hospital grade sanitizer that I use by the boatload. So you're already, they use a scooper, thankfully. Thankfully, they use a scooper to go in there. But all the parts, yeah, this is not heart surgery. Um, yeah, it's not that serious. It's not that serious as far as all the components. Man, it is really, when I let that oil sit on there, yeah, it is not that serious when it comes to that whole stuff. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. My hands are wrinkly. Look at that. My hands are wrinkly. But like I said, I freaking bathe in this stuff. Okay, I'm gone. Like, oh, wait. I got to bill you. Yeah, there. How much longer are you going to hang around? Okay. All right, cool. Let me write this up. All right. Yeah, that was the manager. So I usually wait on this stuff to make a batch of ice and the whole nine. So come through here so you guys don't see the name of the location. Can't believe this is heck no. Here is now the display is fine, but before it was acting up, and they were having it. It says desserts, but in here they had to. Oh, they are putting desserts in there. They're putting meats and stuff in there because it goes haywire sometimes. All right, and since you guys don't have any other questions, I am going to get to the business part of this and write them up, give them the bill. So with that, since you guys don't have any other questions, I will talk to you guys later. When's the next time you guys want me to go on? Yeah, the glove thing. When the next time you guys want me to? What's the vote on that? I'm doing interviews too. I'm being interviewed and I'm interviewing. So, oh, Friday? Ew, Friday. That's a tough one. Let's see what we could do. But all right, people, leave your comments and then please make sure to go over to the short that I have about the one where I'm holding the Milwaukee box because I need 50. I need 50 votes, yay or nay, on me doing the isomatic ice machine startup. Talk to you guys later.